Well, good day, tubes. How's she hanging? So, I've been asked for a while to have a look at my old RC car stuff, so I need this tote temporarily for another little project. So in here, we've got some stuff, leftover stuff, new stuff, old stuff, never used, that we're going to have a look at here. So, this is, I think this was tires and spare parts, I think. So, anyways, let's get in here and we'll have a look. Alright, let's unveil what we got in here. Oh boy, look at all this stuff. So, I guess we'll start with tires first. This is, looks like BILLSTMAXX parts. And yeah, we got tires in here. There's a brand new set of rims for... not BILLSTMAXX rims, they must be for the Slash. I keep those aside for a sec, just to compare to some Slash tires. There's another big box of parts. We'll put those after. What else do we got here? Boy, I'm gonna have to have somewhere to stockpile these when we get them out. So, those look like little tires. Yeah, got one over here for, I think I got those for the Raminator because when we run in the gym, and of course you know gym floors, whatever that asbestos tile, whatever that stuff is, these are stock tires for the little Raminator, which I don't have right here with me. Hang on a sec. I got it up on a shelf up here. A very dusty Raminator, I'll say. I think this one's broken, but that's the little Raminator. We were running these inside the gym in the wintertime when we had the RC car club going, so pretty good little machine. They were pretty fast, dual motors. They're nice. I actually got two of these things, and that's the actual body of it there. So, and you know, full suspension and everything. They worked good. Let me grab the other one here quickly. Well, I can't remember why I had two of these. Maybe Dylan and I are both running one. I can't remember now. There's the other one that I kind of custom sort of painted with actual spiders. Nice. Good old spiders. This one still has a receiver in it, and it's still got the body clips on it too. But yeah, they ran pretty good. Little machines. I haven't had one of these going for a while, but they'd probably fire right up again, I'm sure. I don't, ooh, that sounded crunchy. I don't remember what we used for batteries though. I can't remember now. It's too long ago. But anyways, yeah, those are the little Raminator tires. The little Raminator tires. So that's kind of cool. So we should have 4 of them in here. 1, 2, 3. They're kind of getting all over the place. They feel like they're a little dried out now too. There's the 4th one. Like they're little, I don't know, they don't feel too grippy anymore. I guess they do dry out themselves. There's gonna be a bunch of Slash tires, a bunch of buggy wheels in here. Probably some, those are from the Slash. Badlands. God, I remember paying a lot of money for these tires. All these tires, and they all kind of feel like they're a little dried out now, so that's not good. I probably should have sprayed them with some Armor All or something to keep them a little bit softer, but anyway, so there's one of those there. There's there is, I think these were for the Slash indoors too, and they're really thin. We were trying different tires to try to get the best grip onto the slippery floor, but there's a couple of them. They'll let it be Slash too. There's only 2, and then you just had the regular little ones on the front. Now that was for something that had the little pins, the drive pin things there, and then a bolt on the front. I don't remember, I don't think I actually ever used these ones. Okay, well there's a bunch of buggy tires. Those ones are well used. These are for like the Hyper 7 that I had here. Well, you guys know what a buggy looks like. It's basically got the big wing on the back of it and stuff. But anyway, so there's going to be a bunch of these. I know that. Yeah, there's looks, I could tell which one was used and which one wasn't. It's like brand new compared to well used, we will say. There's another one that's pretty well used. Look at the dirt in it, eh? The track we were running on wasn't the greatest, but I mean it was good. It was alright. There's some more unmounted slash tires. It looks like, yeah, they've got some wear on them. I don't remember if these don't look like they were glued. I could just see the nubs wore a bit in the middle, so they were used. I don't remember if I had a beadlock rim for these or if I had... There's another one that's really well used and that's still mounted onto a rim. Usually you glued around the outside of these things, right? I mean, it worked pretty good. Alright, let's see what else. What was that one from? Boy, I don't remember that one. Oh, it's really hard now though. That's not good. It's really crispy feeling. Some more buggy tires. Really dirty. I just kind of took them off, threw them in. There's another brand new one. Never seen the light of dirt. That one's well used. Seen a lot of light of dirt. Now these little ones here, these are from the MO3s used to run, and they were just like a little chassis, small guy like this. And they were front wheel drive, some of them were rears. You could definitely tell the difference between a rear wheel drive and a front wheel drive. They were terrible, just horrible. Front wheel drive stuff was really good, but these didn't last too long either. And there's one that looks like a, well, no, it's got glue in the thing there, so it was mounted but not used too long. We went through a bunch of these tires too to figure out which ones were the best ones, and there's a little bit different one there too. It looks like it had a fair bit of wear onto it. It's actually like a standard tread tire, right? And there's a couple more. There's one that's burnt right through. Oh, these cars were fun actually. We drove these a lot. Some more buggy tires. Doesn't look like these seen any action. J Concept tires. They're like all brand new. Don't really think I want to sell any of this stuff because, you know, this stuff's probably getting to the point where it's not really worth selling anyways. Well, there's another brand new one. Set of 4. More buggy tires. There's another brand new one. Doesn't even look dirty at all. This one does here though. What else we got in here? More buggy tires, super aggressive ones. They were kind of hard on drive shafts if I remember right. There's another 3 of them here. Looks like they've seen a little bit of action. So there's a set of 4. Those actually I think were maybe the ones that come stock on my Hyper 7. If I remember right. I think they were the stock ones. Okay, I'm already running out of room. Go down beside me here. Oh, that one got away. So we got more buggy tires, super dirty. Really bow tie pin kind of tread on them. There's another one of those fronts. Traxxas, so that must have been something I must have bought online or something for something to try it on something. I don't really remember now. There was some slash tires. The Traxxas slash tires. There should be a set of 4 of them. I don't know why I've got 4. Oh, I've got more than that. I've got 3. 4. For some reason 5 of them. Oh, that's a different tread on this one. The rest of them are all the same, so that's a different tread. Let's have a looky see the 2 different ones there. You can see they're different treads on them. The Hammer and Moab. 2.25 by 4.93. 2.25 by, I don't know size on this. Oh yeah, 2.25 by 2.17. Ooh, that says That's weird. Oh, they got it backwards. 4.93 is the back number on this one. 4.95. 4.95 by 2.17. Yeah, so it's a little bit different size. Not much, but a little wee bit. So we got some of them. There's another buggy tire. I think maybe those were the stock ones. I remember they had solid rims. I don't remember now. So, what's that part there? $12.95 for a 3mm suspension, 6 pieces. I don't remember what was in there, why I'm keeping that package, but okay. So we got more of these. Look at this one's burnt right off. These were pretty good little cars. Enjoyed running them little guys. Let's just flip her here. There's some more little rubbers. Like we had quite a few of them going, so we needed lots of rubber. And that's a slash tire. That's, wow, burnt right through. Must have really had a good time with this one. Whew, a lot of jumping, I really want to get this thing. That thing was a really good little truck on the right conditions. You put 3-cell battery in it, man, that thing would go almost too much. And there's some paddle tires for the Slash, and these things were really, and I think still really are hard to find. We're trying to get some for Dylan's truck because I think they're a little bit different size if I remember. He's got a Slash too, and 4x4 though, so he kind of needed another. Probably could have used these ones. I think they're the same size hex in the middle there, and they might be bigger on the newer Slash that he's got. But anyway, so there's some paddles. Didn't really use them a whole lot because ours was kind of hard packed, kind of dirt stuff. So there's some bead locks. Oh, there's some for quite a bit heavier. Quite jammed the weights in there for rock crawling. I still have a rock crawler somewhere. Pretty sure I didn't sell him. Oh yeah, he's right there. I see him. We'll do an RC car actual video someday later, but we're looking at the parts and tires today. So that's got some weight into her. You weighted the tires down to keep as much weight down onto the ground as you could, and you could pretty much crawl up a wall with it. So there's some tires and some rims, beadlock rims. And that's pretty cool. There's some more Slash tires. Worn right off. It was kind of a pain to get these off. You could boil them in the water and it would soften the glue, but you know, you get working at it, and like this one here, for instance, this rim's broken, so they didn't last super too long. And then these are weighted for the different weights, right? For the these are actually really nice rims on this too, for the crawler. And these still, well, they're feeling a little dried out feeling. Not too bad. And that one's weighted on the inside. Keeps more weight down onto the tires, right? I think we even got into putting weights on the inside of the rims too. It's kind of crazy. That one's weighted as well. And didn't really win a lot of competitions. We didn't really do a whole lot here, just kind of messed around. But there's a Badland there. That's a Slash tire. These were good tires. I remember them. They were really good. And T-Max rims and tires. Looks like original stock ones. They're kind of burnt off. They're pretty burnt off, so we'll just take these right out because I need the bin for something else temporarily. And that one's really bad shape. I think maybe the rim was still good, but it's hard sometimes to get all the glue and all the junk off, right? It's like a crazy glue basically that you used for these things. So, but that's what's inside them is that foam. It's even getting kind of funny feeling too. There's another one, and then these are ones that I put on the Revo, I believe. Look at how much bigger the hex is. They're pretty big, so yeah, they're even feeling a little bit crunchy, sorta. A little bit. Okay, well, 2 more of them. Pretty good little tires. Spent a lot of money on rubber, let me tell you. Okay, so now let's have a look at parts, I guess. What I'll do is flip this over. And T-Max parts. T-Max. Oh boy, there's a lot of money in this box too. I'm just going to put this off to the side. I can maybe pile stuff kind of right in front of me here. So we got some spur gears. That's like the main drive off the engine, runs the transmission. So that's a 54 tooth, $3.49 for that, which was a, you know, probably 10 cents for 50 of them part back in the day. Certain pitch too on them. I got a lot of stuff. I think it was eBay at the time. People were buying trucks and dismantling them, selling parts. So that's a pair of drive shafts for it. T-Max. Some of the Revo stuff in here too. There's a for the drive shaft from the differential out to the wheel. That's what that guy is. So it's pretty cool. And there's one that I must have taken one out of to use. That's a half shaft. What was that for? I think that's between the front diff and the rear diff, maybe. Running four-wheel drive on one of the trucks. There is some stub axle carrier, so that would be mounted to the truck to the swing arm bearings, and then the shaft goes through, right? And this mounts up to the top thing too. There's some A-arms. Looks like a lower and front ones I think, for probably a T-Max. Yeah, it looks like T-Max sized ones. I got the RPM ones, which were a lot stronger, beefier. Those things broke pretty quick easily. So there's a fresh new air filter. Looks like for the T-Max, ready to go. For the nitro stuff, there's some bearing carriers. I believe those are for the Slash. Got the axle pin, so that's for a two-wheel drive, I guess. The little bearings and everything in it. Yeah, I think that's kind of like the one we just looked at there, sort of, kind of, but it's got the bearing in it. So there's some bulkheads, so that these go between the differential. I don't know what the weird powder is in there. These go between the differential. I think like this. Nope, they went like this. Then your A-arms mounted onto here. So then your these would encapsulate the drive shaft in there, and all the other things hooked to it, and you know, different things hooked to it, and yeah, and this plate. Get it out of here. One of these plates would go between like this and hold the bearing or the differential inside there. So pretty cool. Had these trucks apart many times. Kind of can remember some of it, but it's been at least 10 years since I've done any major surgery on one of these. There's some more little tiny half shafts. They don't really say for the VXL, whatever that was. That's a I don't really know. I don't remember now. Front something, anyways. There's some carriers for the T-Max, the big stuff here. Bigger stuff. So there's yeah, that's where your drive shaft would go. So one of these big fellers here. Yeah, that would go mount into the drive shaft, and this would go through here and mount like that. That's your front drive shaft assembly there. These things always wore out in between here because, you know, they're just plastic. So, but yeah, that's a bigger bearing in there to mount into this knuckle here, just like that. Sweet. Pretty cool stuff. So of course 4 of them. They're pretty much the same. Pretty much. There's another air filter. T-Max. Oh, it's not looking too good. That would need cleaned. I should probably just clean that right out and leave it dry, but it might go flaky, you know. There's a brand new tank. Fuel tank for the T-Max, the original T-Max. Paid $16.95 for that 125cc tank. Brandy new, never even opened. There's a engine mount for the T-Max, it looks like, for the 3.3 or whatever engine you had onto it. So that's kind of cool. Brand new engine mount. $13.99 for that. There's some more little half shafts. Oh, for the 1/16 Revo. That's what these little guys are for. My little guy. We'll get all those out one day here. Show you them all. There's a tiny little bearing no, it's a cone bearing. Cone, this is for the engine, that's right. It's like a cone wedge shaped thing. What do they call it? Cone split bevel, yeah. No price on that. There is something I got, and I can't remember what it was for, but there's some differential gears, I believe. Little tiny things. Running out of room. And there's some more output gears. I don't remember what this was for now. I got it for something, but I must have retired the truck. I think I retired one of them or something. That is for the battery. Yeah, for the battery clip thing. The big long clip that clips in there. And I think you put this in if you used a certain battery. Didn't have the extra cell in it. There's some more of those gears. I got them for something. I don't remember what. There's some RPM A-arms. Revo rear A-arms. No price on them. They were expensive though. RPM stuff was good though. There's some rear A-arms, so you need a set for each side, right? Upper and lowers, and left and rights. There's a skid plate for the bottom of the T-Max. That goes, there's that plate again, so this would mount through those big bulkhead things we showed you there a little bit ago. Rear plastic, that's a rear one, okay. Some more 1/16 Revo shafts. I know these things were really wore out fast on that little guy. What's this thing here now? Skid plate front, 2 pieces. Not too sure what that one was for. TRX, oh that's the very front there, so your wheels would be like here, and that mounts, that must be for the little guy too. There's some more suspension arms. Fits all Max series. They were the same, I think, top and bottom. They didn't change them on those ones. They were just the same. So, okay, we got some more spur gears. 58 tooth. Actually, I had to use one of these a while ago. Dylan's little slash blew one out, so we had parts. Now there's some slash drive shafts. I know them. I remember them because we went through a lot of these. They really wore out fast, especially when you put the 3-cell battery in. Little drive shafts. Some more A-arms. You can tell it blew up A-arms a lot. That's fronts and rears for probably the Revo, the bigger electric. Another spur gear, 56 tooth. Yeah, I went through a lot of them. Oh, there's a little tiny ring gear for the differential of something. Revo, yeah, 1/16, tiny little, holy smokes, my fingers, I had trouble working on these small things. There's a piece of wire, wire. There's a front skid plate for something. TRX again, yeah, it's probably a Revo or T-Max or something. Low Z parts, I think I was trying different pinion gears at one point there for the slash, getting different gear ratios and stuff. There's a glow plug. Original glow plug for the nitro engine. $7.95 for one glow plug. And that was back like probably darn near 20 years ago now. There's some fuel line. It's still a little bit rubbery. That's good. Always needed a spare bit of that. There's some more skid plates. Looks like probably for, yeah, that'll be for the little Revo. Little 1/16 little wee guy. Tiny little thing. It's cute. There's a used drive shaft. You can see the wear. I get a lot of wear on these things, so I can't say I ever replaced one of these. They were actually pretty good, but they do wear out. There's a couple of poor old, still oily, so I mean, probably not too good. They should probably be clean and re-oiled, but oh, there's a exhaust pipe coupler. Goes from the exhaust manifold on the T-Max to the muffler part. So these things always had troubles. They get hot, and they're made of silicone, but they always had problems. So there's for this clipped into something with a wheelie bar, I think. Yeah. So there was another little thing that's missing off here that had a set of wheels, and this would lock in to lock it up or whatever position you wanted. So if you didn't want a whole lot of wheelies or a lot of wheelies, you could adjust. There's a part missing out of that though. There's a rear differential, and I believe this is for the T-Max. Very expensive part. can't remember, and then of course the drive shaft, center drive shaft to go onto that and spin right, and out to your other drive shafts to your wheels. So a little differential. You could rebuild them, but it was like, by the time you bought the parts and went through the hassle of redoing it all, we just bought new ones. I can't say I ever had to change one of them. I'm just like, oh, that's something that's probably going to need done. Here's another one. Got two of them. I think they were the same front and rear. There's some little wee drive shafts. Looks like they're pretty much brand new still. That's good. And there's some A-arm, what do they call these? Like support rods. Goes up to the truck and down to the A-arm. There's a mini Z stuff. Little antenna thing. So cute. Little tiny stuff. Okay, I'm running out of room. Running out of room. And there's some more carriers. They wore out a little bit. And we've got a bunch more spur gears, different sizes. That's a 48, 90, and a 48 again. Looks different. No, 83 tooth, sorry. I can't read that right. And then this is a 76 tooth. Yeah, so you can tell it's smaller than the big one. Now these might have been for the Slash or the T-Max. I don't really remember now. Different sizes give you different gear ratios. So that's always good. What else we got in here? We got some more drive shafts. Yeah, and there's a one like we just looked at into that carrier. So that's good. What we got here? Another spur gear. $22.95. Holy crap. Whew. Expensive hobby. Some little wheel. Yeah, these lock the wheels on, of course. And the little pins that go through. Another chunk of fuel line. There's into the nitro. There's another TRX skid plate. Probably for the Mini e-Revo. There's some metal dog bones. That's when we kind of started getting into these things. They lasted a little bit longer, but they were quite expensive, I remember right. Never used them. There's another brand new spur gear like the ones we just looked at. 76 tooth. Brand new. Another little shaft for a Slash. And a couple more A-arms. $11.95 suspension A-arms. Looks like two of them. They're $10.95 for that one. Oh, a little bit cheaper. Different price. So we got a suspension upper, arm upper, and a suspension arm upper, suspension arm lower, front right, rear left or right. Interesting. Well, that's it for that, I guess. Got another box here to look at though. Let me put all this stuff away here. Alright, we got more parts here. Another box. And this is, that's that mounted on the top of the one of the trucks anyways, T-Max maybe, to mount the body on. That's the body post there. So that was. Engine screws. I believe for, yeah, look at how small the little hexes were in them. I'll strip them out real fast. Those are for engine screws, I believe. I don't remember which one for. There's a front bulkhead A-arm kind of thing. Don't remember what that was for either. There's some more little A-arms. I think these are for the, yeah, I believe these are for the Hyper 7 little wee ones. Some long screws for something, I don't remember. There's another one of those. There's the battery actual clip thing. Remember we looked at that other thing before with that foam block in it? And this little thing where this thing clips into, and that holds your battery in your battery tray there. There's some alternate parts. That's front differential housings for the Hyper 7. Gearbox stuff. There's a nut. Brake adapter aluminum. $7.69. I don't really remember what this was for. Something for the brake system for probably the T-Max. I would imagine. We've got in here, holy smokes, Raminator truck we looked at there I got off the shelf. There's a whole bunch of little differential. Look how small these parts are. Oh man. There's some A-arm support stuff. Goes to the bulkhead down to the A-arm again. Don't remember what those are for. There's some bigger ones, longer turnbuckly kind of thing. You could adjust the toe in and stuff with them, I think. And we got some offness stuff here. So that'd be his Hyper 7. Shim kit clutch bells. Wow. Yeah, all the little pieces and parts. Oh man, they're tiny. Some more drive shafts for what? I don't know, but I paid $12.95 for these. Half shafts. Not too sure. Can't remember now. And then I remember they didn't install these, the little universal joint for you, and you pretty much had to wreck these things to get them in. That really sucked. I think they would have put those in for you. But there was an empty package of something. Wheelie bar assembly. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if we can find a wheelie bar maybe that come out. If we're not, I'll show you what it looked like. There's some tiny little E-clips and a little pin for something. Suspension shaft. Oh, okay, those probably go through the A-arms. Those would have gone through, that pin would have gone through there, and then you clip it on each side, I do believe. There is another differential and a something cover for something. I don't really know now. Tiny, whatever it is. Ooh, small fingers. There's a box for a servo. I don't remember what servo it was. It's not in there now, but let's pop the box open here and look. Might be for the one I've got in that. Oh yeah, look at all the different arms and stuff they gave you with these. I think this is the high torque servo. Oh, we even had stickers for it. Sweet. A high torque servo for the crawler, maybe. Titanium gear programmable digital servo. I don't remember now. Been a while. We got here some more Offner Racing main gearbox. So another differential gearbox. There's some. That would be. Oh yeah, that one got hurt. Look at that guy. Oof, junk. Why did I keep it? I don't know. Probably for these little wee clips here. Tiny little E-clips that hold these pins in here. They're just super tiny. There is some HPI stuff. I don't know why I've got that, because I never ran an HPI, although they were really good trucks too. There's some more of those supports for the front. There's an empty box or bag of something. Jado spur gear. I guess we were testing out spur gears, different things that could probably go in the garbage, but that's neat to look at. There's a front mount thing, and all your stuff mounts to. Looks like a body pin or something over there too. I don't really remember what that was for either. Some little tiny gears in there. Holy jeez, those are really small. Oh, these are the original A-arm pins for the T-Max. I don't have the things here anymore, but they would go through the A-arm, through the differential kind of housing, through the other side of the A-arm, and then you just screw. There's threads here. You just screw it into the A-arm, and that was it. Actually worked pretty good. Then they seem to go to more like a pin. There's some tiny little differential gears for something. I don't remember what. I should have wrote on it, I guess. Oh boy, we're into all the small stuff. There's a little inline fuel filter. Pretty cool. Some more pins and stuff or something. I'm not sure. Probably the Hyper 7. This is more Hyper 7 stuff. There's some. Those I think were for the shocks. You could change how many holes were in it, so you could have different shocking abilities. And then these were the preload clips for the shocks. There's something that was used for steering to the servo, right? And this would steer on these things and then steer your whatever. I don't remember what it was for though. There's some more of those pins or plates, shock stuff. And a little drive shaft. That one's pretty beat up too. Poor guy. Another spur gear of some sort. That probably should go in this other box actually. That one's, oh, that one's all junk. Tooth ripped out of it there. That was for the original T-Max, I believe. I don't know why I'm keeping that, but anyways. Oh, cover for something. Not too sure what. Slash maybe. And there's an electric motor. Little tiny E-clip attached to it. Maybe a good place for it. Another tinier one there. 27 turn HPI Racing. Must have had this in something. Another clip. All the clips are attaching to this. That's good. Keep an eye on your clips. Attach them to your motor. Another burnt off drive shaft. Holy jumping. That's a clutch bell assembly and flywheel. Yeah, that's the clutch bell right there for probably the T-Max. Yeah, I think this is T-Max stuff. Oh, hello Paisley. So, oh, there's a tiny little washer there too, little shim washer. Oh, man, little bearing should be inside there, but yeah, that's the little bearing inside and the outside, so it had lots of bearing. And that little cone thing we looked at earlier, there's the clutch shoes. Let's see if I can put this all back together. I don't have the shaft, but there's the little cone thing there. So that went on the shaft, and then this thing, how did that go in there now? I just don't 100%. Oh yeah, hang on. So that's the clutch, and then the clutch shoes, that little cone bearing. And then the cone bearing went in this guy here. That's your, yeah, that's right. And that got tightened down onto the shaft. And that. What else we got in here? That's the nut for the shaft. The little drive shaft off the nitro engine. And the other little bearing for the clutch. Tiny little bearing there. They had a lot of abuse, them things. Well, there's another little cone in here too. Must have had a spare. Different, looks like brass. So you can see the conical shape of it, right? That wedged it onto the, between the shaft and the this guy here, the little flywheel. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, how this all worked was the little clutch gears. They went on these pins. There's two holes in there. They went on. I don't think it mattered which way. They went on here like this kind of thing. It's hard to get them started onto there, but once they're on, they're fine. The little thing in there, anyways. When that's sitting down flush, then this guy would go on like that. And well, let's see if we can get her together here. Sometimes you needed to persuade these with a little something, but once they went on, they were pretty good. But anyways, you guys get the idea. And then there's a little clip that went on and hold all that too. Alright, it's a pretty good little spare to have. A lot of the stuff was in my old toolbox at one time too. That looks like a body post mount thing. Put the pin things up through there. I believe that's what that was. Lots of little miscellaneous stuff here. A whole bunch of little screws and stuff all attached to the motor. There's another one of those suspension pin things. And a Fireball 15 turn modified. And what's this one? Proton Speed or something like that. 20 turn. Whole bunch of stuff attached to that. A bunch of pins and clips and stuff. This is all the small miscellaneous stuff, I guess. We'll leave those out. Special screwdriver. 8mm. Little switches. You always need an on-off switch. Looks like it goes right to the servo. There's a original, really stretched out suspension spring for the T-Max, or Revo probably wouldn't work too. There's a, you put this on your exhaust pipe on the tip, and then you could aim it down to the ground instead of splashing all over your body. That's what that was, a little silicone guy. Paintbrush. There's a body clip thing, or body pin thing would attach to something, probably into here like this, with a little bolt that went up through, and then you'd put your body onto that guy. Another little drive shaft, got lots of little drive shafts. There's a clutch bell, a really big one. That would, I can't remember what gear ratio we got out of that now, but anyways, Definitely could change things around if you wanted to. Another little chunk of fuel line. Some more. Oh, that's a good thing to have. The these go in the tires. Probably that size, maybe. So they would go in there and then mount to whatever you're driving it. Little hex gear things. Little screws. There's a body post for one of the trucks I had. It was a big van style body, so you had to have really high posts for the back of the van, right? So that's what that was for. And then the front ones, they had a little tilt to it. Some more little body pin things. There's a TRX plug, I believe that one was, if I remember right. Lots of different plugs for stuff. There's another little carrier. Looks like that one was used maybe. Now these things were really terrible, I remember. They screw onto like one of these and then they just kind of snap onto the other side kind of thing. And they were terrible. There's one of those A-arm pins again for the T-Max, so that would just kind of go through the A-arm, through everything, and then screw it down, and away you went. They actually worked pretty good. There's a servo or something that looks like T-Max stuff, so they gave it a little bit of cushioning. It was pulling too hard instead of just right solid and on the servo, right? That's what that little guy was. There's another motor or something, I don't know, with a bunch of stuff attached to it. There's a broken thing, hit something, I guess, smacked that off. A few bolts and stuff, E-clips and stuff. There's a whole bunch of these little guys in there, more little clips. There's a metal dog bone, I don't think I ever used that. Some wire. There's some more of those little ball things for one of those arms. I think that was for like these things, a little ball in there. That's what those things are. And this was part of the toolkit. Can't remember what for. It's pretty small. Not much else in here. Look at even a little pull rope, pull string. Never broke one of them actually. They were surprisingly strong. Some more servo stuff. Another servo thing you could put on the servo and then drill wherever you wanted it to be. And that's a front bumper thing for something, if I remember right. Some more little half shaft things. Some more little clip things. Really bad air filter. Oh boy, that one needs to go in somewhere else. And some more clutch bells over here, different sizes. Oh, ding 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 ding. That's why they call it a bell, because it sounds like a bell. Different sizes. Let me grab that one here. See, another little flywheel in there too. All these little parts and pieces to make a truck go, eh? Oh, jumping. So yeah, clutch bells. Don't remember what size of tooth. These ones look similar though, these two. This one's a bit smaller. A little pointier, so it was used a lot more. And another little flywheel off something. They were hard to get off, I remember. If you had to get one off to do an engine something. There's a one-way bearing. That goes right on the engine. So, no, on the starter, sorry, on the pull cord. So it would only spin it one way, but it would freewheel the other way when the engine was running. They were expensive, but 40 bucks a piece back then. Just some miscellaneous stuff, another little plate thing there. A little drive shaft guy. Some more of these, lots of these little arms, whole bunch of miscellaneous in there. And little bearings. So there we go. That, I think, is all my parts. Parts and pieces. Spares and leftovers and all good stuff. These motors back in. I guess that can stay in there, I don't know. I had that in there for something at one time. Parts. You never have any, you need parts, especially like we didn't do full-on racing, but we had races. It's like, oh crap, I blew this, I need that. Well, he didn't have it in stock. I could order and have it for you in 4 days. Well, I'm racing now. How am I supposed to fix this then? So, yeah, I just kept a bunch of spare parts that I kind of figured I was going to need. So, there we go. Sweet. well, that's it for the parts video. It's all my parts, two little boxes of parts. No, I'm tricking you. I got another box of parts. Some of this stuff is still brand new. Some of it. So that was our little remotes for the little MO3s. And let me grab one of them. I'll show you. Well, I should be saving it for the actual car video, but we'll look at these again later. So these little guys we ran on. I actually had a track, and I still got it somewhat here too on these foam tile things. That's why I got all these foam tiles in my basement, these things. We ran it on these, but they had to be super clean for these little MO3 things. MRO3 is, I can't remember how we pronounce these now. MRO2 this one was. The MO3 was the bigger one. Anyways, I put a bunch of googly eyes on this just for a fun night, one night. These little guys, you could do about 3 races on a set of tires and that would be it. They were kind of cool because they took little AAAs in there, 4 little AAAs, and you get a 20 lap race easy on them. So they were fun. But anyways, that's the remote for them. And yeah, good little remotes. What else do we got in here? There's a brand new set of $32.99 for the Badlands for, I believe, the Revo. Brand new, still in the package. Brandy new. And this is the track. I don't know why I still got this, because it wasn't mine, but I was left it, I guess. We used it last year probably, and everybody lost interest, so I just kind of put her in here. But this is the track counter, the lap counter, the AC adapter, and then the little, oh boy, there's a whole bunch more parts under there too. I'll have to look at. So that's the lap counter. And we set something, one of these modules up somewhere on, you had to have a little transponder in your car if I remember right. And that was counted our track. There's a sticker from the old hobby shop that was here. They're long gone now. Give me a couple of them hobby shops. What do we got in this box? Oh boy. I wish I had something else. A little table here or something, but we'll just have a look at this stuff. There's a piston and cylinder from a nitro engine of some sort. See, it wore out. Oh, that one's just total junk. There's supposed to be a little pinch point at the top of these cylinders here. So when it come to the top, it would pinch, and that's your compression. Well, this one goes right through, so that one's total junk. He's a keychain now, bud. There was a way to re-pinch the tops of the cylinders, but yeah, just get a new piston and cylinder for it. Isn't that cute, little guy? So cute. There's no rings on her or nothing. It just worked on a pinch system. So you had to really make sure you kept her good and lubed in there and set up right. And there's another one of those cone things. I don't know why I got dust in there or whatever it is. More little parts. Oh, that's right. We had trailer night. What were we pulling? The little guys we just showed you there. Little MO3 things, MO2s. That was my little trailer guy. Trailer night. That was fun. Oh, a little battery pack for the BILLSTMAXX probably, for the electronics. Some broken parts. Another little battery box. Good to keep a couple of them. Oh, there's a VXL motor in here. Oh man. That guy. I don't remember why he's in here. Maybe it fried. I can't remember. You'd have to hook it up to the system again and try him. There's another tiny little piston taken apart. So cute. There's a TRX engine all disassembled in here too. The original 3.3. They were garbage engines. Terrible. Always had a tune. Every time you rode it and drove it, you'd have to retune it. That was the cooling head, and this is actually the little carburetor and crankcase for it. So this is where that cone thing would go on, right on here. That cone thing we looked at, and the flywheel, and then you tighten that nut on, and then you put your clutch stuff on this stuff here. They work pretty good that way. There's one of the exhaust manifolds. So then your exhaust pipe coupler thing. Thought I seen one in here. Didn't we have one in here? Yeah. This thing here would mount onto here. And then your exhaust pipe would mount onto that guy. Then out to whatever. So there's another little cylinder. I wonder if it's junk. Probably is. Oh, no, it might have a bit of pinch in this one. Might not be the right piston for this either, I don't know. That way I'm not going to force it in. What else we got in here? Trailer. That's a little chassis for something. Kyosho, must be an MO3 or something. MO2, whatever. There's a spark pluggy, wrenchy, different size wrenchy thingy, multi-purpose. And just a bunch of miscellaneous junk down here. A open watch. Wow. Isn't that a thing of beauty? I don't know what that was from. Huh, cool. And just miscellaneous stuff in there. There's the back plate for the motor. So this would go on through here. I think it went, yeah, the little pin on the crankshaft in there went like this. It needs to be all clean to put back together, but you turn this and then get the pins to line up inside there. But anyways, that's days gone past. Those 3.3s, I think I went through about 3 of them. They were just all garbage. Terrible, terrible junk. Okay. Gonna put that track counter back in there too. What else we got here? This is another radio from HPI radio. I don't know, an AM radio. So this will have a 3-mile long antenna on it. Yeah, fairly long antenna. AM radios were terrible. I think you only had so many channels. 3 channels, I think it was. I can't remember now. You only run 3 different things or whatever it was at one time. That kind of sucked. There's an original BILLSTMAXX Traxxas 27 megahertz, yeah. And somewhere, where was it now on these? Yeah, back here you put your little frequency crystals back in there, they called it. And that one's missing one, but you can only run so many. But and this will have a 50-mile antenna too, probably. Yeah. These things always got bent, and a terrible idea. Good old AM frequency. Oof, dangerous. And then we went to the digital stuff when you could run like hundreds of different ones. There's another brand new set of tires. Whoa. Set of Badlands again, probably, yeah. Brand new. Never been even opened. There's another radio. Oh, there's a crystal in this one, so that had a number 1 in it. I'm number 1. I got number 1. We had to get all different crystals or trade them around, whatever. So another radio from another model. One of the older ones, probably. Kyosho. What is this stuff? Looks like shock oil, maybe. I don't know. Oh, this will be all the little mini cars, mini Z's we call them, I think. There's a set of brand new tires. These ones weren't the greatest. The groove. They're nice and mushy still, though. That's good. And these just slipped on. You didn't glue them or nothing. They just kind of went on. Let's work our way over here first. There's a brand new set of rims and tires for the BILLSTMAXX, I believe. Great Hobbies. Still in the package. Yeah, they're originals. Originals. There's another set there. Yeah, brand new. There's a set of tires for a BILLSTMAXX. You always needed lots of tires. You never know when you're going to blow one. There's the back of my Mr. Bean Mini. I don't even know if I kept the rest of that body. We'll look at the all actual models another day here. Not our video. Now, what is all this? That's shrink tubing. Huh. Didn't know I had a big long strand of that stuff. That's interesting. There's a battery box off the bottom of this guy. Maybe we'll make this complete again. There we go. Fixed. Good remote there still. There's a piece of flexi pipe stuff. I don't know why I got that. That I am not sure of. Now this is all Mini Z stuff. So all these tiny little cars we used to race, these little guys. So there's a complete chassis. Still in the box. So you can see the battery things, and there's the battery clip things there. So that's this part. This whole blue thing here. That's this whole chassis. Look at all the little parts we did on these things too, you know, like all the little steering things. The little knuckles in there. They even had a little suspension on them. Craziness. Just crazy. Like, these guys were getting in these. Let's run these things. I'm like, oh man. We even did rear custom, because these would flex on the body motor mounts, and you kind of lose your spur gears a bit there. It would not be great. So all them to aluminum. But these guys wanted to get these. I'm like, holy crap, guys! I don't know. These are pretty small. Ah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, we did, but it was small, very tiny. There's a set of tires. There's a conversion plug. This actually will probably be, oh, it's all bleached off here now. One battery size to the other, I guess. So yeah, new set of tires. There's some, I don't know, chassis parts of some sort. There's a brand new atomic motor for the little guys. That's mounted way in the back here, right? Mounted back in the back. A lot of this stuff we actually got over from China. Tires especially, they had a really good cheap tires there. There's the little tiny gears for it. Man, they were small. Oh. So I said, oh my god, these are awful small, guys. I don't know if I can fix these things now. A bunch of just regular nuts and bolts or something. Piece of wire. Never know when you need a piece of wire. There, we'll look at this after. That's all the, probably no good now, but the immediate spare parts we need. There's a brand new set of metal dog bones for the T-Max, I believe it was. Genuine T-Max parts. I paid like 60 bucks for these, I think, when they were new. Long time ago. What is this now? MR115 MR02RM chassis parts, I guess. I don't really know. There is, oh, that's the reader for that. Thing's got to go in this other box here for that lap counter. Oh, that's what that was. All right. Well, we got a motor. I think we already looked at that little guy. That's a used one, and the brand new one still in the package. There is a whole bunch of small little parts. Titanium DPS kit for MR02, MR03s. Small. There's some more A-arm stuff. I don't know why it's in this box. It should be in this box over here. Those parts. Oh look, some more wire. Wire stuff. You never have enough wire, I'll tell you. That's the little transponder we had to put on the little cars. Now, where did they end up going? They clipped in some right there. That's the little, so that's what this stuff is. This was clipped in here. Looks, I think that's right. Yeah, like that. And then we had these mounted this way somehow. I can't really remember. Something like that anyways, or going under the sensor, and it would, oh, there's a lap, oh, there's a lap, oh, there's a lap. We got, these are battery clip things here for the T-Max stuff. Try to keep all them together. Alright. And we've got some tiny little pinion gears. They just pushed on. They weren't tightened on at all. That's the way they went. And we've got spur gears for the motor and little suspension parts for the front. Steering blocks. throw those all down there. We looked at them. I think that's another brand new motor, or the same brand new motor that just fell back in. Oh, there's a bind plug for binding the receivers on the bigger stuff. That's what that thing is. You just basically went it over and then it put in bind mode, and you can bind the remote control to that receiver. There's some well-used tires, little guys, mini rubbers, some brand new batteries, never used. Well, they're not much good now. I guess I might have chucked them in the recycler. That's too bad. You always had a lot of set of them. Oh, there's the little H plate, I think we called them, and that went right there between the chassis and the rear end. And you could change these, and it gave you a little bit of flex back there. See the little spring there? You could change those too, and then different flex plates on the back. There's probably 3 different thicknesses on these, if I remember right. Little plates. Of course, you go racing that night and you come home. These ones don't look too bad. Maybe I'll hang on to them. I don't know. They're probably no good now, but you come back home and start charging everything up again. What do we got there? Oh, some more dog bone stuff. Drive cups, fits. Used with extended wheelbase arms. Oh, okay. Don't know if I ever used them. There is a little servo plug. Another servo plug. Some more A-arm stuff. This should be in the other box here, but oh well. There's some more brand new tires. What we got there? There's one of the steering arms. So on the front here. Where are we on the top here? That little steering arm inside there. Little blue steering arm. That's what that is. Never used. More little spur gears. Never used. Ball diff pressure plate. Never got into them. These ones are all the same. Ball diff pressure plates. MRO2. Never got into doing a differential, and thank goodness. I'm glad I never did. There's another one there. The little balls and more little gears. Some more little tires. These things just... Oh, these are foamy tires. These might be glued down. But yeah, these just kind of... If I remember right, they just kind of pinched on, and that was it. We didn't glue them or nothing. Because the glue, if you got any glue on the tread, yeah, I think that was kind of it, the way they went. So they were good little tires. Didn't last too long, but yeah, they were pretty good, I guess. And look at the size of that little bearing. Holy moly, I don't know what that was from, but anyways, over here we got brand new rims for, it says HPI Hellfire. I don't know, I guess I got them for something, but lots of good little parts and pieces still, eh? Oh man, probably never use them, but who knows. Tiny little stuff. That was expensive though, that little chassis, I know that. Well, we'll just put everything all back in here, I guess. Brand new tires. Keep them out of the light. Bunch of that stuff. Oh yeah, we didn't look at this one. This is my little battery box. And some spare parts, some tires and stuff. There's a little front something. Some more little rims. These ones are probably slicks, yeah. I don't think they were too good. Little spur gears. Pretty cool. Whole bunch of little pinion gears and little motor mount things in there, if I remember right. Weird tiny little things. God, they were small. And some batteries. You could tell, oh yeah, I'm starting to lag behind. Batteries are dying. We all ran the same batteries. We all ran the same, pretty much everything to keep it fair, right? The one guy though, man, he was good. Holy jeez. He could see the corner before he even got to it. He was amazing. Just fantastic. Well, we'll just put all this stuff, I guess, back in here. Oh. Probably shouldn't put this box on that. And Yeah, I think that's it's probably something I needed one piece out of. Yeah, it's all gonna fall out of there if I open it up. So we'll maybe leave that in there. More brand new tires, never seen the light of dirt. And good, all right. I think that's it, that's all my parts. So next time we get together, we'll look at some of the trucks themselves, what I got left here anyways. And probably got some more parts and pieces somewhere. I know I got a cupboard up there that's got some stuff in it. I got some miscellaneous motors and stuff like that. But anyways, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later. And you guys have a good day. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at all the junk. Just totally found my other little trailer I made. I forgot all about this one. Has a little John Deere attached to it and everything. That was pulled behind the little Mini Z as well, and that did a lot of this, I think, around the track, but it also had a little ramp too, and I think that came down and dragging and stuff. Of course, back then we didn't have cameras or nothing like that. It would have been cool to get some video of it, but that was pretty cool. So I'd show you that too, little Johnny Deere on there.